And Jaina's short story with the Maw, with the afterlife, refusing it to be Jailer's plans. Part of why I'm going through Warcraft 3 Reforged as well is I was looking at the channel the other day and I was like, okay, what do I want to do with the channel? It's also why I did the story of Ronin. Like, I want to... At one point, I made myself the mission of I want to cover every bit of lore that Warcraft has to offer. You have the question of what's the story of Malfurion. Bam, there's a video for you. And I'm not quite there yet. Like, I don't have a Ronin, I don't have a Cressus, I don't have Malfurion. Like, a couple of characters I want to cover. But I also want to update a couple of them into the daytime. But I also wanted to refresh myself. Like, okay, where exactly did it all start again? Like, the Warcraft 3 Foundation. Because it's undeniable that Blizzard has changed. But also that, oh, we live in a society. Society has changed. Cultural opinions about certain things have changed over the years. The writing team has changed massively. And you can tell in like what kind of stories were given, what the story directions are. And it's interesting to see like how that developed over, what, 20 years, 30 years? It's insane. It's a lifetime. It's bizarre that the franchise has been around for such a long time. Full campaign. Yes, not today though, Geeky, not in one go. But the plan is to do the full campaign, yes. Arthas sounds like a guy I could trust in my life. He's not going to do anything bad. No, not at all. Not at all. You can trust Arthas. He's a good guy. It's not like when Arthas was... I was going to say indoctrinated, but that's the bad kind of variation. When Arthas was accepted amongst the Knights of the Silver Hand to become a paladin, it's not like he was in the cathedral in Stormwind and got really upset when the light took a little bit longer to bless him. And he's like, grumble, grumble, stupid light. Am I not worthy? It's not like he had like a massive chip on his shoulder. Nah, not our Arthas. Nah. You're still missing Blackhand, Lothar, Cressus, Etric. Have I not done Etric? Rise of the Horse, there's still many videos to make. Interesting. Like Blackhand, I remember covering people like Blackhand during Boros de Draenor in videos like Meet the Warlords, where I've gone over their variation of our timeline. 100%. Etric, I don't know. Etric would make for an interesting video, I think. Etric is an interesting character. 20 minutes later at Uther's encampment near the Blackrock Clan village. Click.
Good timing, lad.
Hi, Uther.
I sent 2 of my best knights into parley with the Orc leader. They should be returning shortly.
Oh, that can only go well. Oh.
Damn. These orcs will never surrender.
Then let's get in there and destroy the beasts.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
Yes, wise words, Uther.
Now, if you're feeling up to it, I want you to lead the attack.
Me? Well, of course.
I'll remain here and ensure that none of the loathsome beasts threaten the camp.
I won't fail you.
I know you won't, lad.
I have a proper Ner'zhul video. Oh yeah, Ner'zhul is part of my Lich King series, which I'm pretty sure is the most watched video on my channel, which makes me very happy. I've most definitely covered Ner'zhul. Yeah. Right. What do we have? Call nearby peasants to the town hall. Get some peons. There we go.
More gold is required.
More gold is required. Wait, put them here, because they got like a lumber mill there.
Justice shall be done.
We got our boy Arthas. Do we have unit production? Can we make unit production? Farms and footman trains. So we should have a base already. We can send Arthas. We got like a thingy. What video do I feel deserve more attention than it got? Ooh. Dark Moon Fair. For the top of my head, I would say Dark Moon Fair. Also, Scholomance. Like the machinima ones are the ones that I feel like deserve more attention. Like Marcus did fantastic, but for some reason, like I've done the Story of the Dark Moon Fair in collaboration with the Lost Codex. And if you don't know the Lost Codex, they're an amazing YouTube channel which do lore videos about it as well, about Warcraft. And their animation is out of this world. Like they spend a lot of time on animation, which is unfortunately also their downfall. Because YouTube likes it when you upload a lot of videos, you keep feeding the algorithm Whereas, you know, really beautiful produced videos,
What is it?
while definitely higher in quality, does not do so well with the algorithm, right?
All right.
So I would say videos like that, but at the same time, like the idea of deserve more attention. Obviously, I want every video to get 1 million views, because I want everybody out there to watch the lore videos, but I never go in with the idea of this deserves an X amount of attention. It's more like, if I notice that a video doesn't break 10k, then I'm like, okay, something is happening here. Is it a thumbnail? Is it a title? Is it the video itself? Is it like a subject that I've covered a lot? Is it the way that I'm narrating? I'm trying to figure out like what's happening. So I usually check out the comments, or I ask around with friends and whatnot, and then I try to do better next time. But it's never the idea of I deserve an X amount of views. Nobody deserves shit in life. You work for it, and you hope for it. And even when you do your bestest, you don't always get what you want.
Righto.
But if you try sometimes, you get what you need.
Is there danger? For honor.
For honor. For I am Arthas. Yes. So our boy Arthas, at this point, Story of the Lich King. Oh, thank you, Alex. Die
I
Sinesta.
stand for the light.
Job's done.
Sinesta, that dress you were wearing yesterday is beautiful. And what about the opposite? One you were surprised was so popular quite recently. I made a sleeping video where I think it was the Burning Legion one. It has like Kill Jaden in the thumbnail, who very suggestively, very dominatingly looks into the camera, and there's like sleep. That one got 100,000 views, and I'm like, this is nuts. These are videos I've done before, but simply because you package them together in a sleeping video, you can get 100,000 views out of this. That's fucking mental. What happened here? And I don't get it, because the other ones are packaged the same way,
Job's done.
and they're like, you know. But in the same vein, I was surprised how well the full version of Warcraft did, the very first one. I don't want to say that's like a breakout video, because I already did quite a few of them at that point. But what happened there was it was picked up by gaming agencies. So in the Netherlands, you got a gaming magazine called Power Unlimited, which is, you got to imagine, when I was like a wee lad, 8 years old, I would buy that magazine to read about video games.
Justice shall be
Back
done.
in my day, we did not have this fancy smancy internet that would tell us about the upcoming video games. No.
Is my strength.
You would buy magazines, and they would have like exclusives. So, to put it into context, a company like that to even notice that I'm doing these videos was insane. But then Kotaku picked it up, and Blizzard picked it up, and just in general, without getting too sappy,
Our forces are under attack.
weird.
Ready
Like,
for
we're playing Warcraft 3, so we're going a little bit off topic, but I like talking about it as well.
What?
I went to a pie store the other day. Weird story, I know, but bear with me.
Righto.
I went
here
to
to
a
help.
pie store, and in the pie
Justice
store,
shall be
there's
done.
a lady who works
Say the
there
word.
about my age, and we got talking about
Ready
Is
for
my
action.
strength.
how she put up the pie store. Because you got this pie
Is there
store,
danger?
it's decorated in like the
stand for the
50s.
light.
There's like Elvis, and
Justice
there's
shall be
Marilyn
done.
Monroe on the wall, and she has her hair up, and she has like a whole outfit on. And I was like, you're a pie shop. How the hell did you come up with the idea of doing it in like the 50s style? So we started talking
Ready for
about work, and about all of this. And I was like, oh, so this is your baby, this is your project, blah, blah, blah.
Certainly.
And she recognized that
Murlocs, here? They must have an encampment nearby.
she recognized, like, oh, you know, you kind of quickly catch what I'm trying to tell you. Do you do something on your own as well? And I started talking about my YouTube
Ready
thing,
for
about my Warcraft thing. And
I stand for the light.
these days, when you go into YouTube,
Feel my wrath.
you know that YouTube can become a profession. Back in my day, that wasn't a thing. Like, the PewDiePies were on the rise, but it was definitely not guaranteed that you could make a living with YouTube,
Orders?
right?
The light is my strength.
Ready for
Of
action.
course.
And when I got into it, you gotta imagine, like, I was working in healthcare, and I dropped out of healthcare,
Town is under siege.
worked a little bit more on my little YouTube hobby, and it picked off.
here to
So,
help.
the very first video I did, like Fedamore Destroyed, that picked up and got some viewership. Yeah, that was mind-blowing. It's like,
Paladin
what?
Fool! The warlocks of the Black Rock clan have spoken. Soon, demons will rain from the sky, and this wretched world will burn.
Yeah, no.
Yes, I've heard this rhetoric before. You orcs will never learn. It was only a mirror image. Damn it. What are these curs up to?
They're sacrificing
The hour of doom
people.
approaches. Let this paltry sacrifice appease our demon masters.
You sick bastards. You'll never get away with it.
I guess they did. Oh well.
Slay the orcs.
Slay them all!
Ready for action.
Yes, me lord.
For honor.
But ever since that first video got attention, like the Fedamore Destroyed one, it's always been mind-blowing that people cared enough to watch the videos, share the videos, talk about the videos, that there was a viewership there. And it's always been mind-blowing, like...
Sound plan.
I spoke with Fury about this countless times, where it was like the idea of, I don't know how long this thing is going to last. I don't know how long this dream is going to keep on going. And to look back on 10 years and still be able to say that I get to do what I love doing every single fucking day.
I stand for the light.
What more can one want,
For
right? Like,
honor.
what more can you wish for? And obviously, it's not always been fucking
Certainly.
easy. There's definitely been hurdles along the road, especially in private life. But nah, I am a blessed little cookie. I know that much. I'm a blessed
sound
little cookie,
plan.
and I still find it fun. Like the video production
forces are
thing,
under
the
attack.
talking about stories thing. It's been insane, and every single one of them has been a blessing.
Of course.
Every single year that I've been able to do this has been an absolute blessing. Yeah.
For honor.
Never guaranteed, but always
Is
very
there
much
danger?
appreciated.
I'm
Right.
here to help.
There we go. And back from Heroes. Welcome back. Legion was where you had the most work. Yeah. Legion was where I nearly went under.
Justice shall be done.
Fucking hell.
Forces are under
Oh, man.
light is my
Legion was
strength.
working. Fun, though. Like, don't get me
I
wrong.
stand for the light.
Fun to do. But I don't know if I would be able to still be able to do it now. Like, that was like a month or two of nothing but work. Oh, man.
Off I go then.
Justice shall be done.
Good times, though. Hey, Blizzard, if you're listening, I'll gladly do another Legion
Certainly.
expansion. Fuck, I would give my left tit for another Legion expansion. A shield. I'll give
I'm
base
here to
armor.
help.
Hello.
A sound plan.
Well met, good human. Have you come to join in our hunt?
Hi,
What are
Madsen.
you dwarves hunting in this region?
We're hunting black drakes. It's said the drake's blood can bestow fiery enchantments upon weapons.
The fiery enchantments you seek could prove useful.
The name of the beast we're hunting is Cyranox. With your aid, the monster won't stand a chance.
I got this. Dragon
light is my
hunting.
Of course.
What hopes do I have for
Ready for
midnight? Honestly, that the player housing thing is getting me more excited. The way that they're talking about... did I level all 12 characters class from level 1 to 110, or did you buy? What? Huh?
Justice shall be
100
done.
and... Back in Legion?
Certainly.
Oh, God.
Ready for action.
No, I leveled them.
Job's done.
And we pre-leveled them before Legion launched, 100%. I didn't spend the boost, because you could never go all the way. You have to do, like, the last 10 levels.
The light is my
I don't
strength.
remember how they did in Legion, but you couldn't boost all the way.
A sound plan.
So most definitely they were leveled, yeah.
for action.
So the player housing is going to be more exciting because they're talking about a 50 people neighborhood.
I stand for the
And
light.
obviously my degenerate
Of course.
mind immediately shoots to we could make Goldshire.
Job's done.
You dare challenge me? You mortals become more reckless with every generation.
We could make like a Goldshire with 50 different houses. We could make a red light district.
Certainly.
I'm just saying, we could make a red light district with all of us together. We could. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering what the plans are. So in the announcement, they said like you're not gonna lose your house if you drop your subscription,
Let's bring
which
this
is
heart
cool,
back to the
you know.
dwarves. The light
But-
is my strength.
What if?
Forces are under
Of course.
Job's done.
Certainly.
What if we have like
I'm here to
10
help.
neighbors that no longer play for like half a year?
action. A sound plan.
Does that mean that the other 40 people now need to move house because... Or will there be like a mayor system where if a majority of people vote you out, you're out and you have to rebuild your house. Like, it's cool to say, like, you'll never lose your house, but I can imagine a couple of scenarios where you should lose your house. Because otherwise, we're going to end up with an empty neighborhood, and I don't want to constantly... Why should I move when somebody else stops playing, right? So I'm kind of wondering, like, is there going to be a vote system? Is there going to be some way of managing that? As well as, what about people trolling?
Job's done.
Now I will reforge our weapons to strike with searing heat.
Like, what if you all have a theme and just one or two people are just yelling constantly slurs and whatnot? How will we manage with that? Will there be a theme for the neighborhood? Like, for example, it's Christmas. Will there be a housing organization that goes around that's like, your lawn is supposed to have a Santa Claus in front of your lawn. Why is there no Santa Claus there? You know, will there be, what kind of restrictions are going to be?
I stand for the light.
So there's a lot of things that I'm wondering about gameplay-wise, and a lot of things like, okay, how is that going to work? Same way with decorating. Homeowner associations in game. I know, right? It would be so fucking funny, though. Did you get like an email in-game? It's like, look, according to our regiment, you're supposed to put your garbage out at like...
Is there danger?
It would be well funny. Or is this gonna be like everybody just does whatever they want to do? I don't know. I was also wondering, like, if there's gonna be people... Like, one of the major issues that I could see with this system is an issue that we had in Warlords as well, which is, if you put people in an instance content, similar in Pandaria as well, by the way, if you put people in instance content, they are no longer in your capital city, meaning that your capital city is going to be empty, right? And in my mind, I was like, I could see a situation where that's a problem, where now it feels like the world is empty. And I thought about it, and then I was like, hang on a minute. If I go to my capital right now, at most I'm going to see like 5 people, 10 people, right? At least in my neighborhood, there's going to be 50 that I'll see at all times.
The light is my strength.
So I don't think it's that much of a problem.
Certainly.
Like it's just gonna be a different kind of way. You're just gonna chill in your neighborhood. The decorating part, I'm really curious about, because I'm curious how far can WoW take decorating? Because they could take shots at Final Fantasy all they want. Final Fantasy has a lot of liberty as to how you can place your furniture. I don't know if WoW has that engine. I remember the Garrison that they were like, okay, you could put down a statue and you could put down buildings at certain plots, but there wasn't a lot of liberty. So what I'm imagining is that the house is going to have...
shall be done.
Here is the place where you could put a boss kill, and you can rotate between like Onyxia's head, Nefarian's head, Lich King's head, whatever you killed, you could put a head there. And this is your fireplace. You can rotate between different fireplaces. That's how I imagine it.
Our forces are under attack. The light is my
But the way that
strength.
they announced it, in that announcement, I'm like, you're talking about more creativity when it comes to decorating your home. I wonder how far you can take
You are
this.
past redemption.
And that's something that we can only see when it's actually in there, because you can write down whatever you want on
Sound
paper,
plan.
unless we see it in game. You know what I mean?
course.
So I'm really curious.
Sound
Um,
plan.
really curious how that's gonna take
Certainly.
shape. But all in all, like, player housing looks to be a good thing. And then I've also seen the discussion amongst the players about
For honor.
power. For example, say that you've killed a boss and you hang up a boss head in your house and you'll get like 1% crit. In my mind, that would be the worst call to make. I think in my mind, housing should be completely optional and have no player power attached to it at all. None.
Job's done.
The reason for that is because we had Torghusts, where you have player power connected to it, and then it became a chore. Don't, because you'll make shit required if you add player power to it. Just make it cosmetic, make it a side thing to do. That's all I want. And the rest is extra, you know? One of the major things that I think with the Garrison, I don't think the Garrison was a mistake or a failure on its own.
Of course.
I think where the Garrison failed is when they started to call it core gameplay.
Certainly.
The Garrison failed because Warlords of Draenor had fuck all else to do.
A sound plan.
So you were stuck in your Garrison
course.
with nothing to do
For
and then
honor.
occasionally raid. That's where it failed. All of a sudden, the entirety of the game fell on the shoulders of your Garrison. And the Garrison just did not have enough to carry that. Imagine a world where Warlords of Draenor had just Legion gameplay, and then there was the Garrison. Nobody would have cared. about the garrison, or at least not as much as
I'm
it
here to
does
help.
now. So, yeah. That's what I would like to see. Just where they keep the housing as a side thing, as a fun side thing to do. They can incorporate professions in there that you can make furniture with. They can incorporate collecting. So, for example, you kill the boss, so you've done achievements. You get, like, decor for your house. They can add themes to it. They can add different locations to it. They can do a lot. And especially for the role-playing side of things as well. Imagine if you're part of, like, the Scarlet Crusaders, and there's going to be a Scarlet Crusade neighborhood. Or imagine if you're part of... Banshee Queen Loyalist.
Of course.
And you're gonna make yourself like a spooky-ass Brill kind of town where there's cobwebs and there's like a Stitches patrolling around. Like, they can do a lot of creative shit with it. Now, obviously, in my mind, it will always be better than it's actually gonna be in-game. But the concept is there, ain't it? Legion Class Hall was exactly that. Yeah, I mean, Class Halls were great in my opinion.
For honor.
I don't think we're supposed to go here. Sorry, hang on.
Of course.
Do I need to find a quest? Blademaster. No, I need to kill a Blademaster.
Of course.
Hey, Gretzoko!
For honor.
At least a few players deciding on making Homeowners Association. Hey, RP is RP, ain't it? Excuse me, little gnome in front of your door. Knock, knock. Excuse me! Your bushes are too wild. Fix it right away. We voted on this. But it's also a matter like, how does the community pick it up, ain't it? Because at the same time, it could also be that nobody gives two shits about player housing and nobody uses it. It's a matter of how do you incorporate it. But I can see, like, RP-wise, if you look at, for example, OnlyFans,
A sound
where
plan.
people are making up their stories and shit, you could do so much with it. Oh, there's the Blademaster.
Of course.
Let's go.
For
Hello.
my father, the king.
For my father, the king!
I stand for the light.
Everyone should have had a hearth to the Order Hall. Yeah.
Certainly.
I mean, in my case, I mean, to be fair, from a game design thing, I kind of think that they wanted people to run through Dalaran in order to, like, make the world feel alive, ain't it?
You've done well, lad. This was a sound victory.
Thanks,
I
Uther.
don't know, Uther. The orcs were sacrificing townsfolk.
Oh.
I think they were trying to summon demons.
Not the demons.
Have faith, lad. These orcs are trying to hold on to dying traditions. We defeated their demons a long time ago. Let's head for home. It's been a long
Yeah,
day.
about that, Uther. About that, buddy. Yeah, like I can imagine from a class or from a game design thing that they just kind of wanted the people to run around in Dalaran, because I'm trying to remember. There was the Paladin Order Hall, portal in Dalaran. There was the Warlock one. The Rogue Order Hall was situated there. The Demon Hunter portal was there. So like 4 classes. The Priest one was there. 5 classes teleported from Dalaran to the Order Hall. Then you got the monks who were able to teleport with their Serenity spell. Death Knights had their Death Gate. Warrior Sky Jump was also from Dalaran. Yep, 6. Shaman was also in Dalaran. Well, there you go. So I can definitely imagine that they wanted Dalaran to be the hub. Druids had to teleport to the Dreamway and they could like go to different places. Yeah, they had like this sick network that they could use. Custom campaign Warcraft 3 mods. Yeah, there's the Hive workshop where you can download the campaigns. There's a lot of them. Well, so I can imagine. But like I said, Midnight, I'm excited for the housing. And beyond that, it's a matter of... I've gotten to the point where I don't know what I want out of World of Warcraft. Because what they're giving me is... I'm okay with what they're giving me. But I also really like that I can drop in and out. But I know that's not for everybody. And I wonder what's good for the future. So the way that it stands now is that I've dropped in. I've done the Palace. I love doing the Palace. I've done Mythic Plus up to like 10s. I like doing Mythic Plus up to 10s. I'm not too keen about farming further. I don't give two shits about PvP and never really have. And I leveled some alts. I'm like, okay, cool. We done the anniversary thing. I was like, I like the anniversary thing. I'll level some alts with the time ways and whatnot. That's kind of cool. But then I dip out and I play other games. And I like that Warcraft respects my time. But at the same time, I wonder what it does to the social side of things. Because my guildies, for example, when you dip out and you start dipping your toes in other things, coming back to WoW is not for everybody. And when I read their post with their plans of making it easier for people to get like communities together and communicating and whatnot, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely something that WoW could use. Get people together that are keen on playing, right? But like I said, I really enjoyed the War Within so far. But I also really enjoyed just being able to dip out. And at the Side and Isle didn't really offer content. I'm like, yeah, I didn't really look for content on the Side and Isle. I was like, it's a little bit in-between thing, ain't it? So yeah. Do I like... What's that? Do I like Asmund Papa?